All right, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Jay. I have another special guest in the building. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy, Richie Wes. All the way out here from the west side of Chicago. Jay, what it do?
Man, I'm chilling, So seeing as you already say you from the west side, so exactly from where out west are you from?
I'm from Austin, like Chicago Avenue, Central.
Okay.
Grew up over there my whole life.
So what was it like growing up out there?
It was cool. So, like I said, my family been in that community my whole life and since before me. So I kind of grew up where everybody in the neighborhood knew me. Everybody in the neighborhood know my family. You know, my auntie got a nail salon on Chicago Avenue. My uncle owned a convenience store on Chicago Avenue. So my family's super embedded in that community. Yeah. Everybody owned property in the neighborhood, all that. So.
All right. So what was it like growing up, seeing your family, you know what I'm saying, as entrepreneurs and as owners?
I feel like it gave me a different perspective than most kids because I feel like I seen kind of both sides of that environment. You know what I'm saying? Like how rough it is over there. Yeah. But then at the same time, my family getting money out here, over here. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of, so I kind of grew up with that aspect of it. Like, me and my homies, I always try to talk, oh, nah, we need to do this, we need to do that. You know, let's get some money. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to do what bro and them over there doing, you know?
Yeah. I always viewed the West Side like that. Like, the West Side always was more about the money than, you know what I'm saying, the violence. Like, I had family that grew up out West. So only time I was connected to the West Side was when in summertime I go kick it with them for a couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying? But what I would say about West Side, it always had that family feel. Like, everybody on the block knew everybody, you feel me? So it seemed like if you was a shorty, if you was out there tweaking, bro, you gonna get your ass whooped because you gonna get back.
Yeah, because it don't even feel like it's that big, right? Because, like, man, as a shorty, bro, I hated going out south, right? Because it felt like slow motion. Yeah. Like, I couldn't tell you where I was at.
Motherfuckers ain't outside.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody like outside. And ain't nothing going on. Like, you go out west, it's live. Like, it's like even as you get older, just the way people interact with each other, or just the type of stuff that you see going on. Like, I didn't really learn about 79th till I got older, but I always knew about Madison and Pulaski, how like buzzing it is over there. Yeah. You got people selling any and everything on Madison. You know what I'm saying? And just I always compared the two, like, and then I associated with going to see my great grandma too, and it's like that's super like slow pace. Like you at your great grandma crib, you just chilling, like everybody just, it's time to go, we about to leave, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back.
We definitely wasn't heavy on hanging on the block type shit out south. We was mostly at the park, you feel me? You want to know what's going on outside, pull up to a park somewhere because it's busting at the park. But growing up out west, like, what was one thing that you would say growing up out west taught you? You feel me? That you carry with you to this day.
It taught me a lot of stuff, but if anything in particular is, I had to say, just not making excuses for your circumstances. You know, because like we all got the same 24. Like. You could be you like I said, right? Let's say if it's a block, right? Somebody could be in the crib next door to you. Y'all could be growing up the same. Y'all could be in the same grade, same age, and bro could take his 24 hours and make the most of it and get money, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? He might pull up in a car. He might have copped him a whip. You know what I'm saying? He might have got a job. You know what I'm saying? He might have hustled or whatever, but you can't let your environment make you a victim of the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what I learned from it. Like, every day you got an opportunity to make something or to be something become something of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
that's real. A lot of people don't look at life like that. Like they survive on making issues for themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like somebody waking up every morning saying they hate their job, yet they ain't trying to create nothing outside of their job.
Exactly.
To leave their job, you feel me? Or even looking for a better fucking job.
Because the joke is like, like I guess cosmetically, out west ain't really that appealing. You know what I'm saying? You know, the joke is we don't got grass. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact.
but some of the dopest people you will ever come across come from out west. A lot of the raw stuff that's about Chicago come from out west. Anything that you love or anything that's fun, you gotta come do it out west. You gotta do it out west. You gotta get it out west. You know, so just by me saying that, I feel like that's some of exactly what I'm saying. Like even the environment don't make it what it is. You know, we make it what it is.
Facts. I always tell people, I interview so many people from out west. You know what I'm saying? And I was a hooper. I ain't gonna act like I'm still one of the coldest hoopers out
For
here.
sure, I hoop
still
too, man.
decent.
Red West. You know
I'm still decent. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is the best pickup games I ever played in was out west. You feel me? And that's hands down. I done ran into the best basketball players out west because it's a mixture of everything. You got some Southsiders, you got some Eastsiders, you got some international pros. You feel me? You got some NBA players in there. Like it's every level of basketball you can find on the west side.
And then since it out west ain't really that big, right? You got a better chance of running into somebody that you gon' like. Say you like the high school is not even that spread out. You know what I'm saying? It might be. We played in Red North. So what is it? Steinmetz, Prosser, Foreman, Crane, Whitney Young. So all these schools probably within a 5-mile radius from each other. Like it ain't nothing crazy. So on the weekend, if you go to open gym somewhere, you probably playing the same people you play when you playing in the prep league. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and it's the same way. The park districts not that far from each other. So most of us played in the same park districts. The AAU circuit, most of us was on the. I might have went to school. I might have went to a different school, but I might have played AAU with some of the same people that's in my conference, that go to schools in my conference that we playing against. And I think that's why it kind of be. I feel like you see more unity with out west people than you might do with anybody else, any other area or environment in Chicago, is because it ain't that big, so it's kind of close knit. It's like everybody kind of grew up with each other.
Yeah, shout out to basketball, man, because I feel like that's always been one of them conduits in our community. No matter where you from, like I could hoop with a nigga, and that could be my man's, and I don't even know this nigga name. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But every time you cross paths is love because y'all met on that basketball court type shit. So shout out to hooping, man. Now, at what point did you get into music?
I got into music. What? I had to been like 14 probably. I was 14. Like I said, man, like everybody close knit. So it was an older dude that lived next door to my grandma's crib. So we used to always be at my grandma's house, and he was making music. You know what I'm saying? He had a little setup. In his crib. So he was making music. He used to always come outside, come on the block and brag about it or whatever. So, you know, one day he let two of our other homies go out there and make some music with him. So now, I swear, like that whole week on the speaker, all everybody was playing was their own music. So I'm like, man, come on, man, what's to it? Let me get on up in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I hadn't wrote no raps. I hadn't, this is my first introduction to, to actually, making music myself. But I was heavy in the just to show you what time it was. This like when Cameron had the Killer Season movie out. Yeah. Like all the rappers was making their own movies and stuff at the time. So, and then we was big on G-Units or all the like posse type raps and all that. So we was in there just trying to make them kind of joints, and you had to get in where you fit in too, cause it's like eight of us in there. You know what I'm saying? The song, the beat, don't nobody know how to loop no beat or do nothing. So the beat about 2-3 minutes. So ain't no way eight people finna get on the song. So it's like, and this back when people could do 3 verses. Now they ain't even doing 3 verses on the song.
Facts.
So it's like the first 3 people done their verse, that's who on that song. Now you gotta try to get in where you fit on the next one. So if you want quick with your pen, and the rap probably was trash, you know what I'm saying? But it was about, trying to get it done so you can hop on the track, and then you sharpen your pen up.
So at what age would you say you became comfortable with rapping? Because you know it's a difference between getting in that booth and being comfortable in that booth. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like kind of that summer, probably going into my I was going into my junior year. That summer going into my junior year, because if I was 14 when we first started, bro started just letting, you know, once you seen who had the potential, bro really wanted to tap in with us. So I had been going over there, then we had learned how to do it ourselves too, just the regular, because we from that era where, you know, you got the computer, the mic, and then you could just do it yourself. You download the little software.
Facts.
So we had learned how to do it ourselves too, but bro was cold with it because he had been doing it longer than us. So when we was ready to really lay something down, we'd still go rock with bro. Shout out P. And so I say like going to my junior year, I had to be like 16 because I bought a whip too. I was getting money. I bought me a little whip. I always been doing like lifestyle raps. So I wasn't doing nothing but just like making songs about my life, and then I come back to my school, and then that's when you could put your music on your phone too. At that time, I burn CDs, had my music
I
out.
was sure finna ask you, like, man, how does it feel walking into your school playing your own shit?
Man, it was crazy. It was crazy.
And you got a whip, so you playing it in your own shit.
Hey, this back when people, I don't know if people still putting sounds in their car too, man. I had 212s, the kicker comps, you know what I'm saying?
You was a man pulling up.
TV radio, hey, you already know.
Bumping your own shit. So at what point do you be like, all right, man, I'm good at this shit, you feel me? And I can do this shit. I can really be a rapper.
If I had to say a time where I started like pursuing it and taking it serious, it probably have been like 2012, 2013. That's when it all started to click. Like kind of like whatever the formula is today, like the starter pack for, an aspiring artist would be, you got to have a videographer, you need some type of laptop to upload your music to, upload all your software, all your stuff to. And I feel like that was the time where I really was like, all right, cool, I could do this. And then I just started doing it, and I ain't stopped.
Now, you say you make lifestyle rap. Who influenced you down that path, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, I feel like that's the music that we all can connect to a little bit easier, you know what I'm saying?
I won't say nobody kind of influenced me to make lifestyle raps, but my influence is probably centered around that. My influences is like a big influence of mine growing up was 50 Cent. Like that probably was the first person that got me super.
That Get Rich or Die Trying hit different.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people that was like kids around, like I think I was like 10 years old, 11 years old when Get Rich or Die Trying. That probably was my first rap CD, like that somebody bought for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That probably was my first rap CD, and I was caught up in that whole. Man, that G in the era had me in the headlock, bro.
50 had niggas. I love to pump crack.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Do-rag. Hey, I had the two-tone do-rag.
Oh, God. 50 could do no wrong.
But
man.
50 Cent, after it was 50 Cent, then I got into like some of the down south artists like Rocco, Rick Ross, Jeezy, a lot of that stuff. Then as I got older, I got into Gucci Man for a while, and then I say probably like within the past 5-6 years, like a heavy influence been Westside Gun. For real.
Yeah.
Like big time.
Yeah, I like when you on title, like let's say I played some Westside Gun, you know what I'm saying? After it's done, it'll create a little radio station centered around music that sounds similar to that. And you definitely give me that feel, you feel me? What was that joint you and Law drop? Y'all dropped two projects, right? What was the first one?
Chicken and Waffles.
Man, bro. You sent that to Biko so he could put it premiered on Illinois, and he sent it to me to do the write-up. So I probably lived with it for like 2 days, I want to say. You feel me? And as I'm crafting what I want to put into this write-up, you feel me? Man, this shit cold, and I don't feel like no Chicago artist was making music like that at the time and on that high of a level, you know what I'm saying? So like, let's go to that project, man. Like what was the thought process going into that? And
Man, to be honest, I felt like going into that project, because this is 2020. So I put out four joints in 2022. I had started the year off with the Three Kings project.
Yeah.
Then I had
Y'all supposed to have the headline, then COVID happened and shit.
COVID happened. And so now we kind of shut down. So I was sitting on music. I did the first project I ever did with Breeze, and we was just trying different stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, so I started from the Three Kings album. We had got like really heavy into like sample based type raps. We had been doing that, but we decided to sway all the way away from like the trap, like them trap type beats or whatever. And cause I remember this was, and I'm gonna give credit to Breeze, cause bro was really waving that flag like, man, we need to step away from this over here altogether. We need to separate ourselves from that altogether. Don't rap on none of them kind of beats no more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Bro making the beats, so bro started making the beats. We did that whole album. Everything was sample based. We sat in on every session where he made the beats. We wrote our raps there, recorded them. This one I had my own studio. Pandemic messed up a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
But I had my own studio. We made that whole album in my studio. Then Law mixed and mastered it for us. Then did another project that Breeze had did off that same type of energy we did with the Three Kings album. I dropped another one. It was like a little EP, Redline. And I was polishing up that sound. You know what I'm saying? That's just why I'm trying to get you ready for how we get into the chicken and waffles joint.
Yeah, what's
so
coming.
now in the Law mixed and mastered both of them projects. So now me and Law building a relationship.
Yeah.
Bro pulling me to the side like, hey yo, like
That's it.
like me and you, let's like for real, let's lock in, let's do something. I want to do something with you.
PC
You know
what's
saying?
going on.
Yeah, so I bet. So I do that. But in between that, I had released another EP with DJ L because I had a sound that me and bro, this when I first started rapping, I had a sound with bro that was like that's how I came out. And I feel like I had put out so much of the new music throughout the year. Mm-hmm. Like the new style I had, I wanted to do something for like people that was probably like, dang, when he gonna make something?
Day ones.
Yeah, so I put that out, you know what I'm saying? Then I told myself, I say, this is the last project I'm gonna do like that. Like, and everything else, this is what everybody getting. You know, everything I put out early in the year, this how I'm coming. I'm finna take that lane. Like, I'm finna be the one. And whoever come after me, they gonna compare it to that.
Yeah.
They gonna be like, oh, bro trying to do what Richie doing, you know what I'm saying? So I put that out, then me and Law had already was cooking on what me and him was working on, and I think the first song we must have did was, we might have did Chicken and Waffles, the intro track, the track Chicken and Waffles. That might have been the first song we recorded. And that gave me the idea to have like a concept-based album where you center it around like a theme. And I was like, all right, cool. I grew up with families that, you know what I'm saying, was entrepreneurs or whatever. So I'm like, let me trying to tie my whole life into this. I'm gonna make an album that's centered around my lifestyle because I like to eat, you know what I'm saying? Let me name all the tracks after dishes, you know what I'm saying? Let me take the idea of me and bro cooking this up. You feel me? We finna serve it to y'all. All right, boom, chicken and waffles. Now they come with merch, you know what I'm saying? All my merch came with little disposable trays. So I fold the shirt up, put the shirt in the tray. Anybody that bought merch, you already know what's up. And just that's what we was doing, man. It was super gritty. Like I ain't really care about if you listen to the album, there ain't really no hooks on that album or nothing. Like it's just like
rap.
It's just rap. Just like this is what I want to do. I'm like, man, this how, and then I put it out at the end of the year in December, like just to trying to show like going into the future. This is what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? And I shot a video that I think out of 8 songs on there. I think I shot six videos out of. It's only 2 videos I didn't do off that album, and I just worked that all the way into the next year. Then that album took me into getting introduced to. I got cool with him. That's with BSF, Benny Artist. I got super cool with him. I had put a video out to Lightweight that was on there. Matter of fact, Lightweight was the first song we did. That's the last song on Chicken and Waffles. And I put that video out, and me and bro had been like tapping in with each other, you know what I'm saying? Because I had just had reached out to him like, yo, I rock with you. This the power of the internet. I rock with what you're doing. I see where it's going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I put that out, bro, super tapped in on it, and then we exchanged info. We got the Time Out Records. That's how me and his song came together. That ended up on the next tape me and Law did, which was a Steakhouse.
All right, now. Making connections like that, like you say, through the internet. I done made some of my closest homies through the internet, which is crazy to me. And like my homie, he got married. I was in his wedding, you feel me? And I'm like, bro, we sitting at the wedding and shit. I'm like, bro, it's crazy. I literally met you through the internet, but it was on some music shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, how does it feel? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if bro one of your favorite artists, but I'm pretty sure he in heavy rotation in your shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So how does it feel? One, connecting with him and then making that track together.
It was crazy because it took me just that relationship with him, right? I'm gonna put it like this. Me getting cool with him took me out of a place where I'm just a face in the crowd, right? I'm just a face in the crowd. Now I'm backstage at the show. I'm getting introduced to I'm getting introduced to these people. I shot my video when they came to Chicago. Backstage with all of them. Everybody was cool with it. It wasn't no issues, nothing. Everybody in the video, everybody was participating in the video. It was all love. I'm mean, man. You know what I'm saying? So I could say, even though it was just off the internet, it still was just out of just like being real. You know what I'm saying? I could have been one of them dudes that don't show love. You know what I'm saying? I'm all the way in Chicago, but I see what bro and them doing over there. They was just finna put their mixtape out. Their first BSF mixtape, they was just finna put it out, and they had dropped like one of his songs. I'm like, oh, dude, nice. You see, I say, cause you know you used to seeing Benny with like Westside Gun and Conway. Yeah. When he started to step out and do his own thing and bring some other artists to the forefront, I respected it. I say, oh yeah, man. They hard. So I just started tapping in with the other artists, you know what I'm saying, that he was introducing, and me and bro ended up just clicking.
Little small shit like that take people so far. And I feel like in Chicago, you know what I'm saying, that's what hold a lot of us back, because we grew up so tough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was like, man, like you say 50, you fuck with 50. He dropped the movie, Get Rich or Die Trying. He was like, man, love will get you killed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of us in Chicago lived off that. Like love, showing too much love out here get you killed. But that has got me in so many doors.
Yeah, because it don't cost you none, bro. It don't cost none to show love. You feel me? Like, especially ain't nobody did nothing to you. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't in tour with nobody you in tour with. Facts. Bro, them all the way from, and I looked at it like this too, right? Because they from New York, right? But it's upstate, right? So I look at Chicago kind of the same way, because they might be from Buffalo, but they really want, when they come up, they want getting that New York love. You know what I'm saying? Same way it is in Chicago. Right. You could be from Chicago, but if you from out west, you ain't going to get that same, you're not, and anybody can, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to sound like that or come with that kind of energy, but you're not going to get that same kind of love that, the South Side, artists from the South Side might get, because most of the people that's in media from out South, most of the people that, you know what I'm saying, most of the people that's on the other side, other than just being an artist, they come from the South Side of Chicago. You got a couple people here and there that's from out west that do put on, so that's why I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, come off or sound like that, because, for everybody I say that's from out South that'll plug another out South artist on, it's somebody out west that'll do the same thing. Facts. So, you know what I'm saying? So I do want to say that, but it's like a little joke. It's like, it's like the joke always on the west side, you know what I'm saying? Like every time there's something funny going on, it'd be like, oh, they gotta be from out west, you know what I'm saying?
West side Illinois.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool, but where that come from though?
Right. I don't know.
Right.
Because to me, like, it
come from the majority, bro. It just come from the majority.
But like I say, I'm from out south, you feel me? And I never viewed the west side in a negative way. Maybe it's because my cousins all was from out west.
Right.
And if I wanted to kick it with them, I had to go out west to kick it with them. So I got to see the out west culture firsthand, you know what I'm saying? And I always respected out west because, like you say, some of my funnest experiences have been out west.
And you could be a mad rapper and complain about it or vent about it. It just put the chip on my shoulder. It just made me go hard. I rap. You feel me? I go hard. And I get love. You ask people that rap, my peers, they know what's up with me. You know what I'm saying?
I had Kid Breeze in here, and I told Kid Breeze, I'm like, man, the person I see Kid Breeze as on social media, you feel me? It ain't him going out of his way to be nothing other than Kid Breeze. And I feel like that's the same way with you feel me? Because you say you make lifestyle music, so I feel like your internet presence is your lifestyle. Like you got into the restaurant critiques and shit. I'm like, man, this what he doing on a daily basis. So it ain't like you stepping out of your element or you doing something.
And bro, a lot of them songs, I probably did that day. You feel me? I probably, if I went to the studio, cause and another thing about that album, bro, I didn't make none of them songs. I didn't make none of them, like, you know how you back in the, coming up, I'm gonna say it like this, coming up. When you trying to save as much money as possible because you ain't go to the studio a lot. You know what I'm saying? So when you did go to the studio, you wanted to make sure the beat was ready, your verse was ready, and you want to maximize.
Finish that shit.
Yeah, you want to maximize your time in the studio. Man, this time when I was making that album with Law, I looked at it like, all right, let's say I gave bro $500, bro. I said, I'm gonna give you $500, bro. This how many hours, you gonna give me for $500? Let's put something together from every week, you know what I'm saying? Every week, give me one of them days out of the week, put 3 or 4 hours on the books until we done with this joint.
Yeah.
And every time we were in the studio, we'd make a beat, we'd make the beat. While he making the beat, I start making my verse. By the time he did that one, we'd pull another beat up, start that one. All right, well, now we got both of them songs done. All right. Let me rap it. Let me go lay it. All right, if I'm going to put somebody else on this song, I don't know yet, but we going to sit with it. Then we'll probably come back if I'm putting that feature on that joint. Because I think I only had Pano was on there, Breeze was on there, and Joel and AM Early Morning. Them the only features I had on that first Chicken and Waffles. And we did it that way. I didn't take none of that stuff home with me and work on it or come, If I was in the studio, I did it right there and there, left with it. And I feel like that's why the music came out like that, because I was really drawn. I might have did whatever I was rapping. I might have did that yesterday or I might have did that earlier that day.
I was finna ask you, do you feel like that brung the best out of you that process? And
I always heard people say that that's what they do, and I ain't respect it because I feel like, you wasting time. Like, y'all wasting time, you know what I'm saying? You know how many songs you get done in 4 hours if you got the songs done already?
Yeah.
But they don't mean nothing compared to the art that you put into, this beat got made this day. The day the song got done, the beat got made, and the lyrics got wrote that day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it just make the whole joint gel. And I feel like it made that album feel like it was a collab album. Like that's why when I do collab albums with producers, if you look at the credits, like they own if you go to the streaming platform, it'd be my name and their name. I don't just do our bro made the whole CD and he got the credits on the songs. Like he's the actual, you know what I'm saying, artist on the title of the album. Cause I feel like we put as much effort into this. And then that's why on some of them songs I might did not have a hook because I want you to hear the instrumental. Cause bro worked hard putting that loop together, chopping that loop
crazy.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I ain't even gonna disrespect that. And we coming with the craziest samples, you know what I'm saying?
Is that still like your process moving forward, or do you switch it up?
To this day, still.
Yeah.
Every album after that is the same way.
It's crazy because a lot of people fuck up something that was working. You know what I'm saying? Like people fuck up something that's working.
Bro, I'm so
day.
cold with it now. It take me 30 minutes. 30 minutes. If I can't finish that joint in 30 minutes, we go on to the next one.
And you say you started making music when you was a junior?
Yep.
Damn, bro. So
hey, if anybody know about SoundClick, bro? That's where you used to get your beats from. It was a little website called SoundClick. We scroll through SoundClick, find some beats, plug the beat into the little software. We had the mic hanging down, and this one you couldn't mess up. You couldn't mess up your verse because you had to
start over.
Had to start all. I'm talking about nobody could mess up their verse.
Because everybody had to start over. Man.
So this that time, you know, so I feel like I always been like on point with it. So when I switched away, once I switched up my creative process and started doing that, and I credit that to Law, because Law gave me an idea. He said, hey man, let's just work. You know what I'm saying? I could have looked at it like, yeah, man, bro, trying to get over. He trying to get me to spend my money.
Trying to juice you.
Well, nah, I believe him, man, and it worked out, man. Because if you ask me, I feel like you seen a change in. I feel like you seen a change in the way I was received as an artist. You know what I'm saying? You seen other artists start, you know what I'm saying, veering off into trying to do other things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like. And I ain't even trying to brag about it. I just feel like the landscape seeing what I did, you know what I'm saying, what me and bro did. And now you see all these, you know, you see everybody doing like producer collaboration projects where you had one person produce your whole joint. Well, nobody doing that first.
Let me ask you this. Speaking on like how the West Side is represented as far as the music industry in Chicago, do you as an artist feel like you get your proper respect in Chicago?
For my peers, yeah. Yeah, because I say this last joint I did, Supreme tape, it's like lifestyle music, bro. I be in and out Supreme all the time. Feel me? Dedicated the whole tape to it. I feel like I got to rap with every artist that I really wanted to work with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like, and it wasn't hard. It wasn't like I didn't feel like I had to jump through hoops. Feel me? It wasn't nothing but hey, yo, let's link, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And we probably had already been cool, just ain't never did no music together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even the artists that I didn't get a chance to work with on that project that, you know what I'm saying, we in talks to do music with. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like I get that love. You know what I'm saying? When I reach out to somebody, they already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, I don't know, bro, I have to see you. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's let's get it. Come on.
Nice.
What day? I got a session. Come to my session. I'll hop on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I got so much music that ain't even released. You know what I'm saying? With like,
You got plans for it?
yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of artists, they be saying, man, I got all this unreleased music. Motherfuckers will never hear it and I don't understand it. Like,
But that's what I started doing, bro. I just started like really lining my stuff up. That's why I feel like I've been. That's why, and since 2020, right? Before 2020, I only had 3 projects out, right? And let's say I had been active since 2016, like active, like shooting videos, putting music out, doing shows. So I only had 3 projects out from 2016 to 2020. From 2020 to now, I done put out like 6 or 7. What is it? It's going to be 2023.
2023.
I done put out like 6 or 7 projects.
What was that shift? Like, why you feel like you had to turn it up?
I had a conversation with one of my homies from LA, and he always be giving me game or whatever. Shout out my nigga Vic, and he was just he was telling me, he was talking to me a lot about branding, right? Like branding and doing what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like and growing your audience, and you know what I'm saying, just having a presence. Right, and I was like, yo, if I'm doing music, I ain't even got enough music out to even establish a brand. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have enough music out to say, all right, when you hit me or you see now when you see my name associated with something, I feel like you can kind of gauge what my content gonna be about, or if I'm featured on a song with somebody, you could probably predict what my verse gonna be about. Like, oh, I ate this, I went here, you feel me? We did that, you know what I'm saying? I spent that, you know what I'm saying? And back then, you see my name, you probably don't even know who I was, you know what I'm saying? So I looked at it like, all right, let me establish a brand. Let me associate my name with something that away from me, if you see that same thing, it's gonna make you think about me.
It's dope that conversation change your perspective on shit and you actually put action behind it. You feel me? Because I feel like a lot of times we run across a lot of good information, but we lack to put the action behind it. You feel me? And is that why you start doing like the food critiques?
Man, that kind of turned into his own thing.
I see you, bro. Motherfuckers probably hit you like, hey, come to my shit.
Yeah, like that turned into his own thing. Like, man, Joe. So I really went into you gotta, bro kind of told me that too. You gotta adapt, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to adapt, you know what I'm saying? This where it shifted to. Cause somebody told me, okay, look, somebody say, you rap, right? Right. You could be nice, right? You know what the next question they gonna ask you? What else you do?
Facts. Nowadays, you gotta have something.
Yeah, what else you do? Like what else you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, because in a time where everybody rap and everybody nice, you feel me? In a time where everybody rap and everybody nice, what else you do? What else make you cool enough for somebody else to really want to be die hard and rock with you and follow you over to the next person?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So outside of me giving game, you know what I'm saying? I be eating at some of the fly spots that you probably never heard of. So, you know, you might have liked that video, but you gonna tap in even more when you see that I was at this spot that you probably been to, but didn't know they had this or didn't know they had that. You ain't try that.
You planning niggas date nights.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm the soundtrack to the date night. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the wardrobe that I'm wearing what you want to wear. You feel me? Cause bro said something like this, right? He told me, he say you gotta be somebody that somebody want to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's as simple as that, right? And he was like, you got it. He's like, yo, you got it. Like, bro, look how you dress. You feel me? Look how you talk. Look at your style. Your style unique. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show that. You gotta. And I couldn't think of no way that was creative enough to show that without me forcing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just had to sit on it. This is a conversation I had with bro in 2020. Feel me? And now we finna be in 2023, and I feel like it's just coming to fruition. You know what I'm saying? I did like a soft rebrand or whatever. And I just feel like everybody, I kind of did it in front of everybody's eyes, but now you see it full-fledged, and it's like, oh, you go down my page. I've been doing this though. I've been going to restaurants. I wasn't doing the talking though. Right. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't putting the commentary behind it. I wasn't chopping the video up myself.
Fire though.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a process, man. But like I said, man, I don't be thinking of this stuff overnight, man. I have conversations with people that's in the game, and I think I'm good at processing information and putting it into action. And I think that's the only thing different than probably me and the next dude. Like, I could take that information and really put it to use. It ain't gonna just sit on me, and it ain't gonna go on one ear and out the other.
Yeah. All right, man. This year, it seemed like it flew by fast, you feel me? You might as well say 2022 over. So I would ask you, what were some of the goals you accomplished in 22, and what are some of the goals you have for 2023?
I wanted to, in 2022, my goal was expanding and establishing myself in other markets. I said, all right, so first off, I wanted to do songs with artists, like, because I feel like in Chicago, it's easy to move laterally. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to lean to the person that's next to you, put them on your song. I wanted to start moving vertically because I feel like laterally we already established. Everybody that you see me or that's associated with me, it's established. Like, you could tell the difference between who's who. So now let's widen that by moving vertically. All right, if you, and I ain't even trying to play the numbers game, but if we are hovering around between 10,000 and 5,000, 10,000 followers, do a song with somebody that got 15,000, 20,000 followers, you know what I'm saying, who active on social media, that got a project coming out or that got music coming out, you know what I'm saying? Put that little extra money into that and get a song with that person, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I did that. I did a song. I feel like I crossed them off the list. I did the joint with him, then did the joint with Jay Worthy, just all off of, and shout out AM Early Morning for even putting us on that show we did a show for AM. We did a show for AM early morning. He brought Jay Worthy to Chicago. By him putting us on that show, that gave us the opportunity to even meet bro and tap in with him. And you know me, like I said, I process information and I take advantage of opportunity. So he was in the room. He was just in the green room.
Yeah.
Man, I went and hollered at him.
Shit but a conversation.
Yeah, there wasn't nothing but a conversation. How long you here? It was Saturday. He won't leave until Monday. Oh, what you doing tomorrow? Let's cook up. Bro, I didn't even know where we was gonna record at, bro. You think I care? I ain't know where we was gonna record at. I was trying to get I didn't get a cameraman. I was trying to get a cameraman and I had to get a studio. If we left the show at like 2 a.m, I gotta find somewhere to record on Sunday that ain't booked up. You feel me? You gotta try to find a cameraman that ain't finna try to tax, you know, just for coming out on some last minute. And we made it happen, Joe. We made it happen. We did that. We did that song the very next day. The top of it, that's on Supreme tape. We did that the very next day. I had Joey pick bro up from his hotel, brought him to the studio. We all kicked in the studio. Everybody made their verse there. We made that song classic. Then it was crazy getting the song clear because bro so big, right?
Right.
So you know when you upload these songs on the streaming platforms, they screening them names. You know what I'm saying? So they like, hey yo, this artist is on some pretty big release. Can you just verify that you got the okay to release? You know what I'm saying, to release this. So I had to tell bro to DM
the label.
He had to DM the platform from his personal Twitter account and let them know that it was cool for them to put that release on my tape.
Shout out to bro
get that
for
credit.
That.
So shout out Jay Worthy. That was love. You know what I'm saying? And so that was one of my goals, to start moving, you know, vertically. I feel like I did that on 2 releases this year. I put out 2 projects this year. Both of them projects had an artist that was kind of bigger than our landscape on them, just to get my name out there. I want to establish myself on the West Coast and on the East Coast. I went to New York like 5 times this year. I get super love out there. I got some homies. My boy out here right now, Ricky Mapes, he just opened up for Benny the Butcher last night. My homies in LA, shout out Sean Ev, shout out Gino Hayes. Man, I just been like I said, man, I want to establish myself in different markets, and I really wanted to, you know, really get a stronghold on what my brand is, and make sure when you see my name, you know what's associated with it, and you know what you're gonna get. Like, you know exactly what you're gonna get when you listening to me. And I feel like I did that this year. I really established, like, if it was in development last year, like 2021, 2022, I established it. And then 2023, I'm taking that same formula and I'm expanding it. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with other producers the same way I want to work with other artists that's kind of bigger than me. I want to work with producers too. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at like producers that's reachable. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Nicholas Craven. You know what I'm saying? Conductor Will. You know what I'm saying? Just to drop a couple names or whatever, but like I want to work on different type of production too. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Chicago producers, and then still work with the people I've been working with. Me and Law got some stuff in the stash, man. You know, Complex had closed down, so that kind of put a halt to what me and Bro had going on. But as soon as he back up and running, me and him gonna get right back to it. Me and Bree stay cooking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they coming out top of the year or later of the year, but I'm on a couple people projects that's supposed to be coming out soon. Me and Reem been working on some stuff. Me and Jujilla, me and P. Man, bro, 2023, man, it's just...
It's up.
Yeah, man.
All right, look, this is my favorite question right here. If you can go back and give your younger self any advice, what would it be?
Go harder. It would be go hard. I just said that. I got a song with Law that I just said that. I said if I could get any advice to do, it would be go harder. It would be go farther. And just put yourself around some individuals who see it the same way you see it. So it ain't no hiccups along the way. If everybody got the same vision, you don't got nobody trying to pull you this way or pull you that way. You'll go way farther than, you know what I'm saying, where you at and where you think you even capable of going. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably it, man, because I've been blessed to have some dope people around me throughout my journey. I be just having some real thoughtful conversations with people, and then they kind of keep my mind right about what I'm doing and where I'm headed and where I'm going, and that's why all my stuff kind of look the way it look and it feel the way it feel.
Everything polished on your end, I say.
Yep.
All right, before we get out of here, tell the people how they can get in tune with you, stay in tune with you, find everything you got going on.
Man, you can find me on all social media platforms at Richie Wes, RCHIEWES. My YouTube channel is Richie Wes. I also got a web series based off my reels too that I be doing on IG. I got a web series that's, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be coming out at the top of the year. I got a couple episodes shot already for that. And so subscribe to my YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying, Richie Wes, RCHIEWES. And on all streaming platforms, same thing, man. Go stream that Supreme tape. Go stream the Steakhouse. Go stream Chicken and Waffles. And I might drop a tape in January, to be honest, man. I got music.
You got the work ready.
Yeah, I got music like that, man.
Hey, it's funny because this shit literally started from you hearing another nigga music. You feel me? And saying, hey, I want to do that shit. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And just going in there and just cooking up. So, man, you said if you give yourself any advice, it'll be to go harder. You feel me? I want to say, like, it's been dope sitting here and having this conversation with you and hearing you talk, because a lot of your growth has just been just doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just going, figure that shit out as you go. Like you just told the story. Like, man, I ain't had no studio. I ain't had shit ready, but I told bro we cooking. You feel me? But you figured that shit out. But all that started from you walking up, you feel me, doing that shit, having a conversation with bro. So, bro, just keep growing, keep grinding, you feel me? I feel like your reach way bigger than Chicago at this point. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you look at your analytics, you break your shit down. Oh, Chicago may be your biggest market, but I feel like somebody else closing in on that motherfucker because you starting to spread your wings and fly.
New York,
you feel me? New
York, Houston. I got some stuff going on in Houston. So I've been, man, I hate that we finna leave, bro, because I got a lot of, so I had, my boy in LA had told me about, Vic, he told me about, YouTube, like how they got the ad program where you can, you know what I'm saying, target ads for your YouTube channel. Yeah. So I had started doing that too, and just, you know, you could target your video to be placed in the ad format in different markets, right? So I focused purposely on Los Angeles County and New York, and then and Houston too. And then I started just seeing the difference in when I check my Apple Music, where majority of my streams coming from now. So when I put out this last project, I say, all right, for this whole tape until I put out all the videos, I'm not gonna run no ads on nothing. I'm not gonna run no ads on nothing, and I'm gonna see, like, I'm gonna see where the organic stuff coming from after I spent all this money between the last two projects on advertising. So after I'm done with this, after I'm done with, cause I got like 6 videos left on the Supreme tape that I ain't put out yet. Once I put all those out, I'm gonna check, like I said, when the album came out, biggest first week streams I had on any project, just looking at all my analytics on any projects that I put out. So all right, cool, my rebrand worked. So that was proof of concept. You know what I'm saying? Just me just taking the time to polish and I guess kind of center my content around something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That people that's more relatable and that's unique to me. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. You know, so like I said, LA, New York, Texas.
Hey, shout out to whoever you've been talking to, because they, like, I don't understand why a lot of artists just don't understand this, bro. Like, YouTube is the perfect place to run ads. Like, you can run them bitches on Facebook and IG, you know what I'm saying? That shit gonna be all over the place, bro. YouTube ads is the quickest way to grow a honest and real fan base.
Because you can track it. It's like, you know, you hear all this stuff about people paying for views or paying, like, why would you do that when you not even, like, all right, it's gonna give you, all right, let's do a comparison, right? If you pay for some views, right, it's gonna give you the look, right? It's gonna give you whatever that look is you're looking for. But on the back end, you don't know, you don't know nothing about nothing. It's just there.
Yeah, and you don't know how to capitalize.
Right, you can't even capitalize on it. You just got the look, and that's and then on surface level, I feel like that's where a lot of artists take L's at, because you just do stuff for the look.
Facts, and then you pop out, you can't get nobody to pull up. Yeah,
bro, take that, whatever. I don't know what people pay to pay for views or whatever, but if you take, man, I started off with $1 a day, bro.
Bro, I know YouTube gonna.
I started off with $1 a day. I just threw $1 a day on my videos.
And you see it instantly.
And then you can go in there. You can literally go in there and they'll show you where they played the ad at. You know what I'm saying? Who clicked on it? How many people clicked on it?
How long they watched
it? How long they watched it? You know what I'm saying? Oh, people like this. You know what I'm saying? If you put this in front of somebody, they like this kind of stuff. Okay, so now I realized that the more videos I had where I was actually eating, like instead of just rapping about the food, I'm actually eating the food in the video. They sitting there, they watching the ad longer. All right, cool. Let me start putting more food in my videos. Now I'm like, now I'm reaching out to the restaurants beforehand, before I come shoot the video. Hey, bro, I'm a content creator. I'm trying to come in there, shoot some content. Hope y'all don't mind. Can y'all put me in an area in a restaurant where there ain't gonna be a lot of foot traffic walking through, so I can really get in, do what I gotta do, and get out of there, and I make sure I post y'all and tag y'all in all the content.
They with that shit.
And they with it, cause it's just like, man, your approach is everything in this game, yo. And I know I'm getting winded, but I think we really dropping some.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Talking your shit.
Yeah, we really dropped some gems, man. So my advice to artists, Joe, stop doing stuff for the look. You feel me? Really sit down and figure out what it is you trying to do and what your brand is. And even if you got to do like a soft rebrand, just do what you got to do, because it's going to pay off in the long run. And you're going to have a way better sense of direction. You know what I'm saying? I know I can go to these cities now because I got a little foothold out there, because I put the money, I put my money out there. I put my money in ads that play my stuff in New York. So I go to New York all the time. Feel me? I got homies out there that do. Yo, I'm telling you, if you got a videographer that you in tune with, anybody in media that you in tune with in these cities, you start going out there and you start rocking with them, and it's the same if they come to your city. Simple as that. And that's how you get to move and do what you got to do and expand your reach. And the more you expand your reach, the bigger your radar is, and then that's how you get on other people's radar. And friend tell a friend, that person tell a friend, and next thing you know.
Hey, tell them this has been a marketing consultation with Richie Wes. Oh God, because you definitely just dropped a lot of gems, and they the gems that I tell artists all the time, bro. Like, YouTube is where it's at. You can run these targeted ads on the songs that you sound exactly alike. You feel me? You could take some of these
you can look up the specific video that you look. You can look up the specific video that you want your video to come on after.
Facts.
Yo, I want my video to come on after this person video. Facts. You look that up, say I put $30 on it. I'm put my $30 on this ad, and I want to run that ad for a week or a day. And they gonna see something. And you can put the time that you want. Anybody that's watching this video at this time gonna see your video.
Facts, man. Facts. And that's like I said, it's the quickest way to grow a fan
and I guarantee you,
and to me, that's still organic.
Right.
You feel me? Because they gotta actually interact and take your shit in. You know what I'm saying?
And you get to see how long they watched it. If they only watched it for 10 seconds, yo,
that ain't it.
Yeah, that ain't it. You gotta try again. You know, and I guarantee you, if more people took that approach, you'll have less angry artists. Or you see it every day. Somebody saying how don't nobody rock with them, or I don't get this love. That's why when you ask me, do I feel like I only care about my peers as artists. You know what I'm saying? If I know my peers rock with me, that means I'm doing something right. You feel me? Because don't nobody want to work with nobody that you ain't on nothing. You feel me? Yeah. So as long as the people you doing music with and y'all on the come up and everybody moving and active and consistent, that's really all that matter, because the rest gonna do itself. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, I just ain't never been the person that be on the line talking about what love I ain't get. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really my style. I'm online eating.
Hey, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to your growth. Shout out to the jewels you just dropped. You feel me? Hopefully, everybody that start off watching this, because I drop it in parts, part 1, part 2, part 3. So I'm gonna make sure they get this, you feel me? But hopefully they watch it the whole way through so they can catch everything, you know? Because I think what's important about artists is the growth, you know what I'm saying? Where you started to where you at now, you feel me? And then they can watch this and be like, damn, 2-3 years, they may see you on a whole bigger platform and be like, damn, bro. Like, I really tapped into his grind. I really respect what he do. You feel me? I respect him on put some money in his pocket, because I feel like that's how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? Somebody rock with you, they watch you, then they eventually reciprocate that following into some bread. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you with everything you got going on, bro. I wish you nothing but the best. I appreciate you for sliding on me, chopping it up, being open and honest with me, bro.
For sure, man. Love, man. Appreciate you too, man. Thanks for having me.
Man, no problem, man. It's been another episode of Conversations with Jay.